man, was anyone else getting nearly teary-eyed at the end of this episode with Gon and Killua saying their goodbyes? And I gotta say, the anime just did this episode perfect right at the end. When they started playing Ending 3, you know, woohoo, like, I haven't heard that ending in so long, and that just brought huge nostalgia of Greed Island and, like, the beginning of, like, Gon and Killua's, like, training and the journey, and just, like, how they were, like, putting, like, all the best moments, you know, they were putting stuff from Chimera, they were putting stuff from Greed Island, and it was just, like, it was just beautifully done. Like, the start of this episode definitely was really building up, though, to what was later to come. We definitely, a lot of the first half of this episode was focusing a lot on the koala Chimera, and like we only saw him for a little while, and it was showing his life and pretty much him being stuck in the cycle of like killing, being killed, and turning into Chimera. And pretty much his whole thing is that he wants to break the cycle. He generally doesn't want to live like this. And we see the new version of Kite, like the resurrected Chimera Ant version. Since there's like, it seems like what happened is that it got split up in two. It's very hard to like explain and sort of like go through it, since the anime was like very weird with this, but pretty much the body of Kite was born into like the new little king, you know, the one that got left over during the queen. Like, you know, we had Miriam, and then we had the little body, little Chimera there, and then we also had as well like Kite as well. I guess the mind of Kite went into this girl as she was reborn. And it was very showing, like, interesting how compassionate that this koala is, that he actually killed this girl because they knew what his comrades were going to do to her, and it was like, better to be put out of misery like that, and it was like, then actually go through the torture and hell. And pretty much he's there, gonna have to, like, not to mention as well, seeing like the Kite saying, like, you're gonna have to repent of your life, don't give up yet, because I'm gonna make sure you say sorry to me every day, you're gonna do all my chores, you're gonna do everything for me. And it was just very showing that, yeah, fucking Kite's a little bit salty that you know what happened to her, and I was like, yeah, definitely very fucking weird to see that. And even Gon approaching in this episode saying, you know, he was apologizing for everything that happened, and pretty much like Kite was like, you did the impossible, I couldn't beat Neferpito, you did, and I'm proud of you, and we're still friends because of this. And it was kind of nice seeing like the old crew and all that there. You got to see all the people like Kite was hanging with at the start of the series, and that was pretty awesome to see that. I think that the best part of this episode though was Killua and Gon like saying goodbyes. They go into the World Tree, since Jing said, "Oh, I'm gonna meet you in the World Tree," and it's like, wow, this fucking troll. He literally goes to Reno. This guy's like, he's really excited, going Jing, and he's like, "Oh, I'm heading to the World Tree. Fuck you, kid." Like, and it's like, wow. At least he left him a note this time to actually know where he was going. At least he wasn't continuing his fucking journey and disappearing. So, literally, we were getting built to this World Tree, the world's biggest tree, like on the highest mountains and stuff like that, and it was built to like only 30 people a year even make it to this mountain. Like 90% like just give up and all that, never make it to the top. 5, I think it was like a lot of people die. 1% just barely survive. So yeah, it's like, I think it's like that 1% that you had the people. And it was cool to see like also the other Chimeras. Like you saw Colt in the end of this episode. You saw like the new version of Peggy, I'm guessing. That old man like really looked like a lot like Peggy the Chimera, and it was just kind of awesome to see what really happened to every character and all that. Like, it was just a very nice episode. And then at the end, you know, Killua and telling Gon about Nanika, and like, it was just generally a very sad episode. And just to see two separate like that, going on their own journeys, it's like, it was a good episode. I honestly thought, like, the first half was a little bit slow. I gotta admit, with the whole koala stuff, I mean, they didn't really build up this koala to be anything, and then he has this whole, pretty much this entire episode to himself, repenting, but it was still some good content and very interesting stuff. So, overall, this is a very sad episode, and overall, I'm gonna give this one an 8 to an 8.5 out of 10. Very good stuff, but let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But, it's all from me, thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.